Hello everybody, welcome back to another MukBang. Today we have Dominos, buy one get one free. I would not spend $40 on a MukBang. I don't know how much two pizzas is. I always get coupons, so coupons are great. It's crazy to think that some people don't use Domino's points or coupons and they're just like throwing away money. But I guess we do that all the time. In our middle school, we had every Wednesday called like Snap, and on Snap Day, you would return back to your home base. I think in the beginning of the school day, but this day, it was the last period for some reason. It was like a special Snap. And I remember in Snap, if you wanted to go to like, you would go to like a different teacher's room to go help with math. Or you would go to the science teacher because you suck at science. Or you could go to the library and fuck around. And all my friends were going to the library because they had good grades. Friends. I don't know who I went with at the time. But the only problem is that you'd have to have your home teacher to sign it. I don't know how I did this. I don't know. Oh, you know what? It's because my teacher was a PE teacher and he wasn't going to stay in the room because he's a PE teacher. It was really weird. His homeroom was like with like home ec. It was weird. I think they taught like puberty in that class actually. Anyway, I just like signed myself into the library, and I remember the gym teacher just being like a gym teacher, and he was not at his room. I said, "Oh, he'll never know," and I think he just never cared. Or it's the fact that I wrote this teacher a note one time, and they felt sorry for me. And then he just kind of let me do whatever. That's also probably what happened. But I remember thinking, I was like, Tom fucking Cruise at the time. I was like, the spy music was playing, like, I was doing dumbass somersaults when I didn't need to. I dipped on the library. I remember signing into the library, forging that shit. And then I literally was just like, roaming the halls with my Chromebook, and I think I watched like My Hero Academia. It's like when I found out about it. It was only like 3 seasons deep at the time. But oh boy, I watched up into that 3rd season. I do remember doing like dumbass somersaults though, like just for fun, because like, why not? And then I was like up against the wall, like going like this, because I knew like everyone would be in classrooms. I saw this image of like a classroom with empty seats, and then they wrote like nurse, homeless, freaking cashier, CEO, and it was like filling in the blanks of like, you never know who you're gonna sit next to in class, basically. There were like 3 people dead and like 3 people homeless. Does that match out? Like, are those real numbers? Or are they just like highlighting the fact that people are dead and homeless? Because I don't support that image. Get that JPEG off my screen. Also, did you know that Young Gravy, Addison Rae's mom, were a thing? Isn't that crazy? He was like in interviews being like, I love the MILF community and I wanted to bring light to it. You know what? People clicked off anyway. Do you know that like most people click off after like most of the YouTube videos after like a minute or 2 minutes? Maybe just because I suck and I'm spiraling, but who knows? The only spiraling I know is the staircase in Frank Ocean's Endless Spiral Staircase. Yesterday I was at this gig and they had like a family meal and there was leftover queso. There was like 2 tortillas left and it was really cold. I think they're about to make room for the new stuff in like 3 hours anyway. And so I took home, I think I still have it. Oh no. I threw it away like a good boy. Look at me. Yesterday's dinner though was chips and queso. Basically. I remember reheating it, and it was like a big ass tin of like queso. I stole like and it's steel. I said I was gonna bouquet it, and they're like, oh, okay. I stole so much queso. I warmed up like, I kid you not, like at least like 20 fluid ounces of queso. Probably more. And I ate the whole thing. I was like reheating it. I was like, no way I'm gonna eat this whole thing. I was like, this thing's gonna give me a tummy ache. I don't know. And I ate the whole thing. And like half a bag of chips, but great queso. One, it was the white queso, which I really enjoy. And there's either tomatoes or peppers that they put whole chunks in. I want to say peppers because it was a little spicy for me. And I don't fuck with peppers. But if you put enough cheese in it and tomatoes right next to it, I like peppers. Red peppers. But I think it was tomatoes. There's also a really, really good James Blake song stuck in my head. At first, I thought it was a really, really bad song. And then I was like, oh my god, this is a really, really, really good song. But it's just so emotional and just so... It's called... What is it called? DML? I don't even know what that stands for. Please don't let me hurt you more. Please don't let me hurt you more. Like, it's so bad, but it's so good. Because it's just, like, so emotional, but also, like, so slow-paced. I don't know. It's stuck in my head today. So please don't let them hurt you more. I know it's hard. And I know I'm not doing it. But please don't let them hurt you more. What is the... Do as you're told, not because of my actions. Do as you're told, not my actions. I just said the same thing. It must be right then if I said it twice. That's how it works. Do as you're told, not as you see. Is that the quote? I think if I were to become a father, this is gonna get so real, so deep, so quick. If I were to become a father, I don't think I could, because what happens if they don't like living? That's I'm gonna blame myself for that. That's a whole pill to swallow. Though we're not. Oh my goodness. Let's say she is born, or he. Oh yeah, if I raise someone with little to no personality, I would be really disappointed in myself. My gosh, which one would hurt more, if they didn't like life or if they had no personality? Probably. That wasn't that one. That's not even a toss-up, babes. That's a toss-up, and LeBron got it. Just kidding. It's all about Anthony Edwards now. Boom, straight. Do you guys know Wine Mom from BuzzFeed? Or Hannah Williams from BuzzFeed? She also a creator at Tasty at BuzzFeed. I think that's the same company. Tasty is BuzzFeed. I don't know. One time on a Hannah Williams live stream, I was able to buy some of her crystals from her. And I have 2 of them, and I hold them dearly, and whenever I see a notification from her, I think of that. And then I also think of the fact that when I DM'd her, I would like DM'd her as a fan, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. And then she just treated me like another customer, and I remember like feeling so personally hurt over it. I'm like, I'm buying 2 of your crystals out of 20, and you're not gonna talk to me? And then she like didn't talk to me while I was like sending her like my address and shit. And then I was like, fuck it. And I like threw like a bombshell on her about like my past and like how she means so much to me because of this and that. And you know, I I gave her some of my baggage. What is that name? I don't know. I'm gonna have to turn up this audio though. I'm so quiet in this one. I don't know why. I remember when trauma dumping, there we go, didn't work. I felt even more destroyed. So these are the 2 crystals that I got from my internet mom. I have no idea what this one is. But she said that she put it through something so her energy wasn't attached to it anymore. I've never done that one buying crystals, so maybe these are the only like real deal. And then this is a classic amethyst tower that I've put in my butt multiple times. Just kidding. That's a joke. This would get lost. My and it's sharp. Come on. What is it called? One man, one jar? I'm not about that. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. That's my next video coming out. Oh, she was great IRL. I don't know if I ever told you about that concert. I was drunk off tequila. I bought drinks there. Just one. And then, oh, that's what that surcharge was. Sometimes when I'm really broke, I'll go through my bank thing and I'll be like, what was that purchase? And there was just $11, $15 maybe a tip. I don't remember. I was like, what is that surcharge? It's because I bought drinks at Trisha Paytas airs to her, of course. But the last song, she told us it was the last song. Nobody was gonna say it. Again, and more songs. Everyone kind of laughed. Fuck you. Oh yeah, when she was like, I'm gonna sing my last song and it's gonna be freaky. And then I was like, oh my god, I know that song. Thanks, Shane Dawson. Literally the only reason why I know that song is because he did a documentary about Trisha Paytas, and they had a whole segment of them learning like a dance to that song. So, thanks, Shane. I was also thinking about wearing like a green shirt like this, and then like drawing a little thing there, and like wearing black pants and going like. But I don't think many people would get that reference. It's Shane Dawson. So I wore a shirt that said, "Hi, welcome to Burger King. Hi, welcome to Burger King. How may I help you today? Do you guys have the spicy crispy chicken sandwich? You mean the spicy little units?" I wrote the whole dialogue of her going through a drive-thru, and I wrote it all on the back of a white t-shirt. It was great. Also, someone on TikTok, a voodoo girl, told us that like bumping each other's elbows to someone else like changes their fucking path or whatever. What happens if my elbow really hurts? And then do you remember during COVID when we were doing that instead of handshakes? What does that mean? I didn't even say the thing. Yeah, so when she was singing Freak to Get Freaky, I got into the, my friend was here, I was here, the aisle like was there. I got into the aisle and I took my I bought a shirt and I was like whipping it around. I was like, freak to get freaky. And there were some bitches behind me hyping me up, but oh my goodness, I didn't eat much that day. I didn't eat much that day, so I definitely was feeling it. Shout out to the John Travoltans, not John Travoltans, Troy Waltons, next to me. Two of them actually. It was matching Troy Travoltans. Why is it? I don't know. The hot guy from High School Musical, Zac Efron's debut movie star, Hollywood, star. I'm not feeling very confident nowadays, but come 2 more days, I think it will be better. And that's the fun thing about life, is time helps. Time helps. That's how you heal physically. It's how you heal mentally. Do I have anything to feel that way about? No. That's the confusing part. But I will tell you a secret before I leave. I don't enjoy crust very much. Okay. Take care of yourself.